Hello. So somebody gave me some feedback recently that was basically when I meet you in person, you're direct, you're honest, you're straightforward, you're easy to deal with, but none of that comes across in your online presence, which was pretty upsetting. And they're probably right. So I thought I should try and fix it. So my online presence should hopefully tell you about what I do. If it doesn't, shout me about that as well, and I'll try and make some more content about it. But it doesn't really tell you about who I am. So I thought I'd try and put that straight. So, background 15 plus years in operational leadership, commercial leadership in businesses, recruitment, training, obviously consultancy recently. But I've built and transformed organisations from the inside out, and therefore I'm not a career consultant by any stretch. So I spent most of my working life inside businesses, building teams, redesigning ops, implementing systems, leading change, and dealing with a lot of the messy bits, I suppose, inside businesses. Love a bit of firefighting. I don't think I woke up one day and decided I'm going to be a consultant, but having spent many years seeing those same challenges come up again and again, great businesses, brilliant founders, great entrepreneurs, that growth creating complexity, founder dependency, knowledge stuck in people's heads, etc., etc. I thought, you know what, there's something I can do here to try and fix this and help businesses with it. So what do I believe in? Operations create value. Great operations make great businesses. Simplicity over complexity. Keep things straightforward. I'm pretty straightforward. Businesses shouldn't rely on heroes. And I think at times I've had the tendency to try and be that. The oracle of knowledge. But that doesn't help businesses scale. You can't have those bottlenecks. I'd like to think what I want to do moving forward is to help business owners sleep a bit better, help them be able to take a holiday, stop that restriction that comes with being the oracle of knowledge in a business, and build businesses ultimately that work without the founder. That is the sign of an excellent business. And for me, ops isn't about paperwork. Yeah, there is a bit of paperwork, there is a bit of process that needs putting in place, but not process for process's sake. Processes should give businesses confidence. It should give leaders breathing space because there's a playbook for how the business runs. And it should allow a business to run without everything relying on a handful of people. And yet, the best ops, you barely know they're there because they just run. I describe it like the boiler room of a ship. It's happening. The ship's moving. Everything's lovely. Everyone's looking at the wonderful scenery. But down below, that ops is just running consistently for the business. What am I like to work with? Now, I suppose that'll depend on who you ask. I consider myself to be, and I have had feedback on this, straight talking, honest, collaborative. Obviously, I like working with lots of different people. I'm a sleeves rolled up kind of person. Not very fluffy. I'll challenge where it's needed. And where else? Practical. Pretty, just get stuff done, to put it politely. So if we work together, you'll quickly realise that I am a straightforward person. I will ask awkward questions. I'll challenge where things don't make sense. And importantly, I'm not interested in sitting with your business for a day and pulling together a glossy PDF of recommendations and then disappearing. I'm a sleeves rolled up kind of person. So I want to see businesses run better, and I will work with you on that to get you there. I think that's about me. If you don't think I've covered anything, feel free to shout up. If you still think this seems plasticky or you mean consultancy or too jargony, then feedback. I'm keen to learn and be better. But if you equally have watched this and thought, you know what, she's the kind of person that I'd quite like to help my business, then I suppose we should have a conversation. Thanks.